Now to some of the pictures and stories you sent in to us. Let's begin with this one from Itoki Road in Ogun State. Our eyewitness reporter says the entire road is not motorable when it rains. He laments the hardship motorists have had to go through in the last 8 years and calls on the state governor to fix it. Next is this image from Progressive Estate in Mowo Kekere in Ikorodu area of Lagos. Our eyewitness reporter, who is a resident of the area, says the transformer, which was purchased 2 years ago by community efforts, is yet to be energized. He is appealing to the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company to intervene. Still on electricity is this image from Lugbe in Abuja. Our eyewitness reporter says there's hardly any power supply for 2 hours in a whole day, even with high charges from the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company due to its refusal to install prepaid meters. He wants something done about it. Thank you for sending in these pictures. We look forward to telling you stories through them of happenings around you. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, will go back to the field on April the 13th to conduct supplementary elections in Rivers State. The Commission says it has reviewed the conduct of the collation of the results in the state and says it is satisfied with the process. The supplementary election will hold in 467 polling units of 45 affected registration areas in 4 state constituencies of the state. INEC also says it has looked into the conduct of the Imo North Senatorial District election, which was held on the 23rd of February and 9th of March 2019, but will further investigate the issues generated. INEC National Commissioner in charge of voter education and information, Mr. Festus Okoye, says the Commission is still carrying out more investigations.
In relation to the governorship elections in Rivers State, the Commission is satisfied that the constitutional and legal requirements for making a declaration and a return was met. There were areas, in 2 areas that there were issues. Now, part of the regulations and guidelines of the Commission is to the effect that if there's willful obstruction to deployment, that for the entire place where there has been willful obstruction, those entire polling units will get 0 vote. And then if there's deliberate destruction or obstruction of the Commission from performing its constitutional and statutory duties in relation to an election, that we're going to score those polling units or those areas where that deliberate obstruction occurred 0. So that's exactly what happened in relation to the governorship election in Rivers State. But after looking at the margin of lead in relation to that particular election, the collation/returning officer for the governorship election was satisfied that the constitutional and legal requirements for making a declaration and a return had been satisfied, and he made a return.
And from there, we move to Abuja, where Linda Akibe is waiting with more stories. Nice to see you this evening, Linda.
Hello, Ladi. Nice to see you too. We begin with politics in Kano State, where Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has described the People's Democratic Party as a poor loser. Governor Ganduje, who spoke to correspondents at the State House in Abuja while reacting to the PDP's decision to challenge his victory at the tribunal, said that Kano State is peaceful following his victory. He expressed his readiness to meet the PDP at the tribunal to defend his victory.
We're waiting for them because they know that they are not good losers anyway. So it's common to go to the tribunal. So we are ready to meet them because the first election they committed a lot of fraud, a lot of irregularities, and the runners-up or the supplementary election was fair and free. It was carried out in 28 local governments. They didn't win a single local government out of the 28 local governments, so that is paining them a lot. So we are ready to go to the tribunal. Kano is peaceful. People are jubilating, and happy to inform them that everything is normal. All what they saw in social media is fake, is false, and is happy about that. Of course, agriculture is another issue that we must take the state to the next level. So far, we have done a lot. Production of rice is now we feed ourselves. We are happy, Mr. President has stopped the importation of rice in the country, and farmers are very happy. So the gap that is existing there, that is agri mechanization, we should see what we can do so that our farmers can produce maximum production with ease.
Meanwhile, ahead of the inauguration of the 9th Senate, youth from the All Progressives Congress, under the umbrella of a Northeast Progressive Youth Forum, are calling on the leadership of the party to rescind its decision of endorsing an individual for the office of a Senate President. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, the chairman of the forum, Mr. Riman Sokwa, says all contestants from the Northeast should be given an equal opportunity to contest for the office of a Senate President, since the party has zoned the office to the region. Away from politics, a multidisciplinary team made up of 70 healthcare professionals from the United States are in the nation's capital to provide free healthcare covering surgeries, obstetrics and pediatrics, among others. At the opening ceremony of the medical outreach, the Minister of Health thanked the team and urged all residents of the FCT to take advantage of the services to be provided. Many suburbs in the nation's capital are grappling with poor sanitary conditions and poor access to health services. Our correspondent Kayla Megwa has more.
This is Jiwa, an hour away from the Abuja city center. The town is plagued by poor sanitary conditions, with blocked drainages littered across the town and a lack of basic amenities. These are the realities the residents have had to live with for years.
All these local midwifery, these people, they are charging their prices are too exorbitant. When somebody just put to bed, they collect 15, 16, 20.
No water, no NEPA, no health facilities.
Jiwa is just one of the many suburbs in the FCT with similar stories of almost non-existent healthcare services. And the poor sanitary conditions are making the situation worse. However, things might be looking up for the residents of Jiwa, as 70 medical personnel from the United States of America are here to flag off a medical outreach for the residents of Jiwa, Tungwa Kwaso, and Kubwa, which will last for 6 days and is free of charge. A development which the Emir of Jiwa says is a blessing to the town.
Today the medical teams are here. Neurologists are there, pharmacists are there, cardiologists are there, and so on. Where a rich man that has money go outside and look for them. Look at a common man has captured them in its kingdom.
From the United States. And
speaking at the event, the leader of the team of medical professionals and president of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in America gives us an idea of the scope of medical services to be provided and why they have embarked on this mission.
We intend to see at least 300 to 400 cases per location each time, with the surgical cases anywhere from 20 to who knows what we do. Last year we were able to do 80 cases in 5 days. This year we intend to do maybe 120, 150 cases of surgical cases in 5 to 6 days. We intend to take care of up to 3,000 people or more. We have to see what happens.
Very excited.
The Minister of Health is also grateful for the outreach. He calls for more partnership from other healthcare providers and urges citizens of the FCT to take advantage of the treatment to be provided.
This is the outcome of a well-planned strategy to network with our people in the diaspora so that they can give back to the community. And we are quite happy that the turnout is huge, very impressive, and I think our people will be the beneficiary.
About 70% of Nigeria's health budget is spent in urban areas, where about 50% of the population reside. This poses a burden on healthcare delivery in rural areas like Jiwa. The Global Burden of Disease Study for Nigeria states that 5 million deaths in 2016 alone were as a result of poor quality healthcare. Initiatives such as this one from this multidisciplinary team of healthcare professionals is a big help. However, infrastructural gaps must be filled to see any real progress in healthcare delivery in Nigeria. Kayla Megwa, Channels Television News.
To other stories, the Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Hajia Aisha Abubakar, wants women to take bold steps towards breaking barriers working against them. She was speaking at the 2019 Women Directors Luncheon organized by the Institute of Directors Nigeria in Lagos. The event is aimed at encouraging more women to take on leadership positions.
Are you board ready? Strategies for success. That's the theme for the 2019 Women Directors Luncheon organized by the Institute of Directors Nigeria. Past presidents, directors, members and loyalists of the IOD Women Directors gather to network and strategize on how women can take up more leadership roles. The Minister of the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development speaks.
Women's contribution to development is seriously underestimated, thus leading to its poor social recognition. Thus, when institutions and organizations accept and make concerted efforts to ensure the participation of women and on equal grounds to national and global success, we are quick to commend and congratulate them for taking such bold steps towards breaking the glass or barriers working against women.
The Deputy Governor of Lagos State believes the country needs more females to break new ground.
What needs to be done is to take leadership amongst women to the next level, and we must adopt the right approach and embrace practical solutions that can improve women's path to leadership role in proportion to our numbers.
So there are very few boards you can sit on.
The panel discussion focuses on breaking down the theme for the understanding of the women gathered. The conversation continues.
We are here to calibrate our compass, to reinforce our belief in our ability to thrive in a modern corporate environment, to add value wherever and whenever we can.
To become a successful woman director, you need not only to fit the part, but look and act the part. Remember, a board member sits above an organization and does not work in it. So your language and positioning needs to reflect a more elevated role where wisdom and judgment are more valued than organizational capacity to get the job done.
The IOD Women Directors Conference is a platform where all sectors come together to expand the economic opportunities for women.